Goal C, students complete workforce programs. The indicators are completions versus other community and technical colleges. We ranked 18 of 34 there, which we considered neutral, so we didn't give ourselves a good point. We're kind of leading up the bottom half of the pack, but we think we need to improve the coding process there. Completion rates, according to the Department of Labor, 17 of 29 had completion rates less than 50%, which is low, and completion proportion exceeded 30% for only 3 of the 18 programs, which is also low. So we think we need to improve the coding process, continue working on that, and revising the application process, if possible, so that certificates and degrees can be sent to people without having them apply. We haven't looked at that possibility yet, but it seems like something we might be able to do. To break that down, CBC ranks 18th at 5%. So just to give you some idea of how the miscoding occurs, we're 18th at 5%, and the highest one, Seattle Central, is just a little over 9%. This is these are number of degrees divided by all of the people who specify workforce intent when they come to the college. They just go all over the place. They disappear. They go back into transfer. I mean, it's just a coding nightmare. I don't think that that's accurate. I can't believe that only... Yeah, excuse me, yeah, and there are also lots of certificates that aren't counted in the degree count, but we just have some coding issues, I think. This next one, workforce completions, and again, the completion here, correct me if I'm wrong, 45 credits or less, or more, Ty and Joe?
But they wait till a year after the student leaves the college. They have to be gone for a year, then they count the number of students who have 45 credits or more, and they have 2.0 or higher GPA.
Yeah, okay.
Those are called completers. Obviously, they haven't gotten a degree. It's just a state definition, a state term, to indicate some degree of progress on their degrees.
Now,
So,
are these students back, or you say you wait a year?
It's tracked by
but I mean, here's a statistic I just ran across recently. I think it was to complete a 4-year degree, the average is like 6.5 years, something like that. So you look at data like this and you go, what does it mean? And in a lot of ways it doesn't mean anything at all, unfortunately, because you don't know if these people have dropped out temporarily, if they're coming back. You don't know if they're on their 3 or a 4-year program for the 2-year degree. I don't, on average, how long does it take our students to finish a 2-year degree? We're at 3+ years for that, right? 4.2. 4.2 for workforce, or just in general? Just in general. So the data gets really skewed, which is why, like I said, methodologically, we got to figure out a way to code these things better and get more accurate information about how our workforce programs are doing.
Know off the top of your head what percentage of students are working?
What do you mean by working? As they attend college?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's
So in other words, that they work full time, and going to school is just something, they can only take a class or 2 a quarter. They're not full time.
We have 3 different managers that aren't very accurate, but it's right around 23 to 25% are working full time, and then those that are working part time are about 40 more percent. So
relatively few are not working.
Yeah, it's right around 65% are working at some level at 20 or more hours.
So
I can picture being a part-timer and going to school, but that surprises me. 4 years.
And I bet you half of that third that's remaining are running start students. So we're basically saying probably that 80% of adults who attend this college are working part-time or full-time. Would that be a reasonable thing to say, Ty? So there you go. I'm just guessing that half of that 1/3 that is remaining that isn't working are running start students. So then you get into a situation where you really are looking at 80% of all the adults who attend this thing are working 20 to 40 hours. So yeah, they're not going to finish in 2 years. It just isn't going to happen. Completion rates from DLOA completer data. This is a visual representation of that last slide, right? Workforce completions, completion rates. Oh, this is just rates by program. And in some cases, these are 2-year programs, so a 50% rate is good. But it's mixed in with people who are taking 3 and 4 years to finish programs. Did I get that right? Yeah.
Most of your nursing students finish pretty rapidly, right?
Yeah, they're in a lockstep
I
program.
noticed that they're high, always high.
Yeah, the LPN is at 90-some%, right? Which means that most of them finish that first year.
Dental hygien's over 80,
Yeah.
Yeah.
80 and is 75.
It's interesting if you look at these, a lot of these are cohort, or kind of cohort based, all the way down to machine technology and, kind of open enrollment in machine tech or network administrator, but they tend to move in cohorts.